Hi, my name is Janice Teal. I'm in Carrollton High School and I'm in 12th grade. This is my loss of life essay. The title is, Your Brain Believes What You Tell It. If you tell yourself you can do it, then you will. Do you pronounce your last name Urquides? My friends love to attempt to pronounce my Spanish last name Urquides correctly. Though only a few have succeeded, I usually get a laugh out of it. I was born in Guadalajara, Mexico, to a Latina mom and a Caucasian dad. I lived in Mexico until I was 11, and boy was it a ride. On Sundays, I would help my grandma take her secondhand clothes to the market, or the tianguis, as natives call it. I would sometimes pick fruits from our trees and become the toughest 8-year-old in the market with whom to negotiate the price of a lemon. Colima, my home after we moved from Guadalajara, had the tacos. My mouth is drooling just thinking about them. The juicy beef, the fresh cilantro, and that delicious salsa on top. In simplest words, Mexico was my childhood paradise. With drug cartels migrating from Michoacan to Colima, safety became an issue and my parents began discussing a move to the United States. When I turned 11, right after 6th grade, my parents broke the life-changing news to me. Janice, we're moving to the U.S. Though the news sent shivers down the spine, the idea of moving to the U.S. was important to me. When I was in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade, I studied half a semester in Georgia and half a semester in Mexico, allowing me to speak both English and Spanish fluently. It's important to know that even though this arrangement was beneficial for my education, it was emotionally draining for me as I had to leave my mom for 6 months at a time, and I had to constantly adapt it to a different curricula. Yet I did it, and it prepared me well for what was about to come. My first full year in America, 7th grade, was a roller coaster. I was faced with the challenge of thinking, performing, and learning in a completely different environment. I had to make American friends, eat food from a magically addicting place called Chick-fil-A, and learn that neighbors didn't come together for the customary Friday night telenovela watch. Though things were indeed different, I knew I would soon call this place home. It wasn't long before I started making school an important part of my life in America. My lifestyle level was 1 year behind, and although I had always been an honors student in Mexico, I wanted to put in honors classes here because my transcript was from another country. I remember talking to my mom about how I thought I wasn't doing all that great in school, and she said, "Your brain believes what you tell it. If you tell yourself you can do it, then you will." So, I told myself I could succeed. After long nights of reading books in English, my lifestyle level went from a 6th grade level to college level in 1 year. And I defied the odds by becoming valedictorian for my junior high school years. Today, the things that carried me are the same as the ones I carry in the suitcase of my heart when I crossed the Mexico-United States border. First, I carried the example of hard work, as I demonstrated by the people I witnessed in Mexico who wholeheartedly persevered in the midst of striking poverty. Then I carry hope as I strive to do my best in all that I do. Last and most important, I carry the belief that no matter what challenges lay before me, whether it be a new environment or a new culture, I will indeed succeed. All I have to do is just tell my brain that I have the ability to persevere, and I will, just like my mom told me. Thanks.